Hello everyone and welcome to today's one-on-one presentation. My name is Jasmine Tabaraj.
And I am Paul Tessieman.
And we're going to be doing a scenario where Paul is a pilot. He's been a pilot his whole life and he's just about ready to retire. Paul is a referral that's been sent to me from my neighbor, Tony. So Tony and Paul used to work together in the airlines, and Tony is someone that I've done a presentation with, but really isn't interested in Max. He's really content with what's going on in his life. And so he suggested that Paul might be somebody that'd be interested in taking a look at Max. So the scenario is that I've sent Paul some videos and he's looked at them, and then now he has shown some interest, and this is now the one-on-one presentation that we're going to take him the next step forward. So
Absolutely.
awesome, Paul. So great to meet you and have you here in person.
Great meeting you too, Jasmine.
Thank you so much. And Tony's spoken so highly of you. He said that you've been a pilot, that you've been so committed and so, like he said, you're the kind of pilot that does that extra little step, always making people feel comfortable. He spoke so highly of you, and I just want to congratulate you on this great career that you've had your whole life.
Well, thank you so much, and I'll try and live up to that.
Oh, awesome. So let me ask you, being a pilot, what are some of the things that you love most about being a pilot?
You know what? It's a young man's game, to be honest with you. And I've flown around the world, 95 countries I've been into. I haven't actually been into those countries other than landing in the country, and it's interesting to do that. And I certainly have been a jet fighter pilot. I've been a search and rescue and a heavy lift transport. So that's where I got my worldly flying from. And it's been a lot of fun. It has. I've seen some things in the Gulf War that other people haven't seen, obviously, and it's been interesting. Famine relief in Africa. It's been very interesting.
Wow, fascinating.
Yeah.
What a fascinating career.
There you go. That's the word. Fascinating.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I hear it's coming to a close. You're about ready to retire.
Absolutely. Yes.
And Tony said to me that you're looking for something like now it's like, what do I do next? You're kind of at that. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, flying for, well, close to 40 years has been a lot of fun. But it doesn't leave a legacy. It doesn't change the campsite. You know, I want to make the campsite a better place when I do leave this world. We're all visitors here. And I want to do something that's going to make a difference. And I thought after talking to Tony and looking at the videos that this may be something that is going to get my attention and make it better for other people. And that's what I'd like to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that you led right into my next question. So describe to me, ideally, where would you want to be 2 to 5 years from now? Project out. I've got a little brochure here that we're going to go through together because I'm going to give you a little summary about Max International. I know you've watched a couple videos. So tell me the videos that you've watched. What did you remember? What stuck out for you like as like, oh yeah, that really got me inspired?
Yeah, the product video was very interesting. Excuse me, I'm a pilot, I'm not a scientist, but a lot of the information that came out of there was simple, but still went over my head.
Yeah.
But I found that the product video was very, very exciting from a product point of view. It seems like a product that certainly could do a lot of good things to the body and cells specifically. The other video that I watched was the trading time, why trade time for money video,
yeah.
and wow, that got my interest because you know what? There's nothing better than making residual income, and that's what I'd like to do over and above my flying, my pensions, or whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
and make residual income. And at the same time, as we just talked about, helping people
Yeah.
in that area.
I know, isn't this a great opportunity?
Yeah.
I'm going to go over that with you, but
Yeah.
exactly that you can make a huge difference for people with their health. And this residual income, I mean, I always tell people, I'm in dentistry, that's my background. And I tell people, I don't care if you make a 6-figure income.
Yeah.
The day that you stop working, bam,
Bang,
it's done.
it's gone.
It's done.
Absolutely.
So here's something that you can have that residual income for you to have the lifestyle that you want. And like you said, to leave a legacy. Tell me a little bit, what's your dream cause? Like when you say leaving a legacy, tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, you know, I mean, everybody's got I would say most people in the world have some sort of a health issue going on, a health crisis. Even if they don't have a health disease going on, they obviously have the disease of aging, and I know that. And we're all getting older, right?
Yeah.
And
not me, I found the pause button.
Well, I can see that. I can see that, Jazz, and it looks really good. But the point is, I would like to help people around the world. I know we're in a number of countries, or Max is in a number of countries, and it would be nice to maybe get involved with some of those areas and work with people in those countries and help people. The other thing is, again, from a selfish point of view for me, but I think it's more of a humanitarian viewpoint, is, you know, making residual. Let me go back. People who retire from a job, okay, they make a pension. That pension is survival income only.
Yeah.
It is not a living income. And I do not want to get put into that box of living or surviving when I can live.
I hear ya.
I need residual income. And if it wasn't this company that I'm looking at, it would be another company. But I'm so happy I'm looking at this company.
Beautiful. Well, okay, now I have a real good sense of who you are, what you're about, what you're up to. Let's talk a little bit about what Max is all about.
Sure.
And let's see if the two of you are a good
Absolutely,
fit.
absolutely.
So here's this brochure for you. And this brochure, we talked about where do you want to be in 2 to 5 years from now. Any ideas financially on what kind of income other than your pension? What would you like to have coming in a month to live that life that is your dream life?
Well, you know what? I'd like to have about a 6-figure income a year. So I'm looking at probably more than $10,000 a month for sure. And I'm not stopping there. I would go higher than that, but that would be my initial game plan.
Great. And obviously your pension's not going to provide
It
that,
isn't
right?
going to do that.
Good.
Not at all. Especially,
Good that you're so open. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But again, when you're at that, when the timing is right and you know you're open to something, it just shows up. I believe that in life. It's just there.
Yeah, the move has to be made. The decision has to be made. So
Beautiful. I'm going to bring your attention. Well, here, this is the 2 to 5 years. There's your vision that you could be traveling the world. I'm going to turn your attention to the back of the brochure.
Yep.
On the back of the brochure, now, have you ever had your own business? Are you? I don't know if you have any entrepreneurial background.
I had a couple of businesses at the beginning of my flying career, over and above my flying career, but it was a lot of work and a lot of time spent. So, but no, I have not been in any other businesses. No.
Okay.
No.
So one of the things that I'm going to just draw to your attention is any time that you make a business decision, when you're evaluating something, you have to look and see, is this the right time? Is this the right place for this? So as you look on the back of this brochure, there are 4 huge trends going on right now globally.
Right.
One of them is that home-based businesses are on the rise. I don't know if you're aware of that, but
I am. I'm aware of that.
Yeah. And home-based businesses, it's all about relationships. The advantages of having a home-based business are phenomenal because you now have your time flexibility. You can work from home in the comfort of your home.
Correct.
And also the tax advantages, which we could touch on later, are huge. There's just such a great advantage to having a home-based business. And it gives people flexibility, for you and I that are close to retiring, that we can work when we want, but also for young families. There are a lot of women that don't want to go out to work and don't want to leave their children and don't want to do that scurrying and that commuting and those crazy long days and like to have that flexibility to be there both at home and to have a business. So that's a huge trend that's going on right now. Also, I'm not sure if you're aware, 60% of all retail sales that go on in the world right now are done through the internet. So that this whole online shift that's happening that's another factor that fits into this business. You look like you're going to say
What I
something.
found exciting about what you just said was that it has tax ramifications, which are positive.
Benefits. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes, yes.
I'm looking forward to that. So.
Good. Yes. True. Good. Okay. Your wheels are turning.
It
You're
is.
thinking.
I'm thinking.
Health and anti-aging. We know that baby boomers set the trend. Whatever baby boomers are interested in, that's what leads all the financial world. And that's also, the trends that are going on both with anti-aging and with weight loss are huge. Those markets are huge. And we're in all those markets. So then
Right.
again, there you're looking at it from a business perspective. This has got all the criteria that you'd be looking for to make a smart business decision. I'm going to bring your attention down. You talked a little bit about the health. And when you watch the video, without getting into a lot of the science behind it, what our product line is so unique because it raises a molecule in our body called glutathione. It's the most important molecule, and now we know how to raise it inside ourselves. So we can have optimal health. We can have people that have health issues that can now have a better quality of health, or people that are generally healthy can have phenomenal health and vitality. And actually, one of the great things that is just for as an overall summary, people that live to be 100 have the glutathione levels of a 30 to 40-year-old.
Wow,
We do
that's
not love
interesting.
that. So
That's
there you go.
interesting.
And now we
Yeah.
have a way to raise
Yeah.
it. So I'm just going to talk a little. I'm not going to get into a lot of the
Nope.
science, but let you know that that's all that Max International is about. Our focus is entirely on glutathione. What's so unique about it is that we have patented science and that we have clinical studies that prove that it works. So I'm just going to get into, not going to get into more details, but I just wanted you to be aware of that. The other thing that I want to bring your attention to down here is that this is the only nutraceutical company in the world that has certifications that no other nutraceutical company has. So here's a supplement company that we have BSCG approval, Banned Substance Control Group, certified drug-free. Olympians can use it, professional athletes can use it. NSF, what that stands for is National Sanitation Foundation, produced in a pharmaceutical grade facility. Every capsule randomly that they choose has the exact same dosage. So it has the highest quality of production.
That's exciting.
Yeah. This, like I said, it's never been in any other company that they have this level of certification. Halal certification means, if you know, for the Muslim community,
Yep.
because we're going global, that's important to them.
Mhm.
And we have Health Canada's approval. So, and not just a sentence that says it's safe to ingest, but an entire paragraph that basically says if you take these products with our patented ingredients, that it will raise glutathione, and that which it says it does, it does. So the science is impeccable, it's stellar, it's untouchable, and now you have the science that's dealing with anti-aging and dealing with optimal health. And guess what? At Max International, we have the world rights to this science, and the opportunity is global.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's
Very
huge.
exciting.
It's huge. The timing is so right for this.
Yeah.
So right for this.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get
Yeah.
into a little bit on the inside. If you open
Excellent.
the brochure now,
Yep.
I'm just going to bring your attention to the middle section here. And when you look at the top of that middle panel, to start this business with Max International is $49 US.
Oh, it's $49.
Yeah.
You mean per month? You mean? Or?
No, isn't that crazy? I know, that's the same thing that I thought. Here you now can start your own business, and it's $49 to get registered. And there's different packages that you can buy. You can buy a package that has 2 products, or you can buy a package that has 7 products, or you can buy a package that has 15 products. Whichever one you buy, that's your choice. I ended up getting this large package, this premier pack that was $9.99.
Right.
With that one, I had enough product for myself to try, but also to distribute to other people.
Okay.
Because as I was sharing this with individuals, some of the people said, I definitely want to try the product to get healthier or have more vitality, or because I'm athletic, or because I know somebody that, you know, has some health issues. And then the other thing is that the $49 is waived. Okay, so,
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and then there were other people that said, I see the big vision and I would totally want to become, we call it an associate,
Right.
but a distributor to share this. And really it's about educating others.
And just to clarify, just to make sure I got this right, it's $49 per year. Is that what it is?
It's $49 initially, a
Wow.
one-time fee, and then after that every year it's only $25.
That's a steal.
Isn't that amazing?
Absolutely.
Where do you know out there that you could start a business? I mean, again, my background's in dentistry, hundreds of thousands of
Yeah.
dollars to set up a business. I'm sure you've paid, I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars for your education.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
ongoing education.
Yeah.
And here it is that now you can start a business
Wow.
for $49, and then you pick the package that you want, and then, like I said, it's $25
Yeah.
after. So there's your startup cost. So there's
Okay.
your startup cost
Okay.
is $49. Now, the ways to make money, I'm going to go through this a little bit, and feel free to stop me at any point, okay? Any
Okay.
point that you need
Okay.
to ask some questions. So the startup cost is that $49. Your overhead, your monthly overhead to keep your business going, now we're on the right panel at the top,
Right.
is that you need to bring in what we call 100 PV, which is personal volume, but basically it's $100 worth of product every month. Okay, so that's your overhead cost. With that overhead cost, you are allowed to receive 8 different ways to get paid that Max pays. So there's 8 different ways that they have part of their payout plan.
Okay, so I've got to purchase product that equals 100 PV.
100 PV. Oh,
Every-
you got it
every
already.
month.
Look at the lingo. Yes.
Okay, when you said PV there, and it
Yeah.
says PV there.
You're sharp.
And that stands for
Personal volume.
personal volume.
Excellent. Yeah, so that's your overhead. So you would need to bring in 2 products, whether you consume both those products or you consume one and give one to somebody else in the family, or you
Okay.
know, to whatever.
And what are the prices of the products? What are...
The products range from about 50 US to maybe 65, 69 US. So that's what it is, and you would choose the 2 products that suited you.
Okay.
And again, where do you know a business that you can have an operating cost every month that really is like 100 US?
Right.
So there you go. Like, here's something that's so real and so tangible for people, that you can have breakthrough products, that you have a minimal cost. One of the things that's unique about Max too is that there's not a whole lot of product that you have to buy. Sometimes people have you front load. You don't have
Right.
to do that. You just buy something minimally every month, and you're using it and consuming it as you purchase it.
Now you talked about sharing product. We give product away to people. Is that what we do?
Yeah, one of the things that I'm going to give you at the end of today is that we have one of the packages that you can buy is that this is a 1 week of Celgevity. This is our flagship product,
Yeah.
and this is basically the one that repairs your cells.
Okay.
And then you would get 3 packages of this. This is a vitamin line. It's vitamins and minerals, and
Okay.
it's a super vitamin and mineral line that over 99% of this actually gets absorbed into the cell.
Okay.
And then this is an energy pack that you have 3 of these, and this is for before you go to the gym, when you have a day that you're really, really tired, you've done something all day and you have to go somewhere at night, so you have this energy pack.
Okay.
So, and this is clean energy.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, if you have a question, I can tell.
No, I'm just hanging on every word. So,
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Awesome. So this is something that, and these are one of the packages that you can buy. I didn't get into detail with that,
Yep.
but you can buy this, that you can actually have 8 of these packages that you would give out to someone else. And to get this is actually a brilliant way to get started as well. If somebody can't afford the $9.99 because of whatever their circumstances are, this is $250 US, and now you can get this in the hands of 8 people and then get it started. And there's so many people that as soon as they've tried these products, it's like you've got a customer, or other people go, wow, I did not realize how beneficial this was, that I was actually going to feel a difference in such a short time. And they said, I can think of 10 people that I would share this with, and bang, you've now got yourself a business partner like that. So brilliant way to get this in the hands of a lot of people. So let's talk, any questions at this point?
I have a lot, but we can get it sorted out later, but let's continue. It's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, and don't be shy. Stop me anytime you want. There's a list of the products that we have.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So there they are, the different choices that you make, and then the dollar amount there. So here, how do we make money? Let's start with this. First of all, this is our founder, Stephen Scott, and this is Dr. Nagasawa, the brilliant scientist that's come up with this technology that, like I said, is world class. There's nothing like it. So he's the gentleman. Today, he's 92 years old, still working in the lab.
He's on the product, obviously, right?
He is. There you go. See, there's living proof that it works. Yeah, very, very committed to making a difference. And his goal, his dream is, just like you have a legacy that you want to leave, for Dr. Nagasawa, he wants to get this into every individual person all around the entire planet. He wants to bring health to a whole new level, and he's actually partnered with Max so that we're the individuals that are going and sharing this from a business perspective globally and educating people all around the world. Yeah, we think about the vision of this, like think about the potential of what this has to offer. You know, the most important molecule in our body is glutathione. The best way to raise it is with this technology. It's called ribosine, but with this technology, the only place that you can get this is Max International, and you now have a chance to take this and share this all around the world.
Well, I never thought of that. That's exciting.
It's huge.
That's really exciting.
It's huge, yeah. So anyway, so that's what we have to offer. So how do we make money? Number one, if you have any customers, basically Max International will give you 25% of whatever your customers purchase. So what you pay is what they pay.
Oh, I see, okay.
And Max International will pay you 25%. The next thing is a fast start commission as you bring in business partners and they purchase a package depending on what size package they buy. Again, Max International will give you a bonus for the products that actually get moved through your business team. Okay, so then there's a commission that you would get paid anywhere from $25 to $150.
So the customers pay more for their product then because they get 25% of their...
No, they're paying the same. They're paying the same that you are. But it's actually Max that's giving you 25% back.
I see. Okay.
Of whatever
the customer doesn't know.
No, the customer doesn't know. The one great thing though for customers, as you mentioned that, what's an advantage for the customer is that once that customer's bought that first product that month, they, by referring 3 other individuals, can get their product for free. They're basically paying tax and shipping. So there is an actual incentive for customers to share this with others as well.
Okay.
And that's as long as they've got 3 people purchasing, they will get their product for free. So that's a incentive that Max has. This, I'm going to bring your attention to this next section that it says number 3. They're the prime bonus in this middle panel. The prime bonus is basically the building block of building our business. So as you're thinking about building this business for yourself, you're going to have some people that you're probably already thinking of could benefit from better health, or that you just know that are health conscious and want great vitality. And you're probably thinking of a whole lot of people that are a similar situation to yours, ready to retire or even not got downsized. There's probably a lot of people that you know. I know that there's a lot of restructuring going on. Maybe you even know individuals that they graduated from university and they can't get
a job.
Yes. So we all know that. So there's so many people that you could think of that would benefit from a business perspective. So this prime bonus, the way that this works is as you look at this chart, so here you are, Paul, and you're going to bring in a minimum of 3 business partners. As you bring in 3 business partners, your criteria for getting paid, remember those 8 different ways, is to have $100 worth of product coming into your home.
As indicated on the top,
You got it. As you bring in 3 business partners and they also meet that criteria to have 100 coming into their home, then you would have a minimum of 3 business partners, but you have to have on that front line a total of $500 worth of business that gets brought in every single month. Not just from you, but from the individuals that you bring in. So whether you have 5 business partners, and often we'll suggest to have 5 because sometimes somebody may one month say, you know what, I forgot to take it, or I went on vacation, I have a surplus, and if they don't order, then you don't have your minimum of 3. So we always say have 5, look for 5 business partners. That's easy to do when you start thinking about the potential of what this offers. Or you have a minimum of the 3 business partners and they have customers. However you get in that front line, these business partners to have a total of $500 worth of business that comes through your team, then you would be at prime bonus level 1.
Okay, so just make sure I've got this right in my
Yeah.
head. So I just need a minimum though of 3? Is that
A
what you're saying?
minimum of 3 business partners.
Okay.
We recommend 5.
You know, I get
For
it, yeah.
various
But a
reasons.
minimum 3 though with a total of 500 of the PV
Yep.
between them?
Yeah, and that
Okay.
PV as a group is called CV,
CV.
commissionable volume. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it, and that's.
Oh, I see it there. I can see the CV.
Yeah, CV, and that's that's not just you, but that's your whole team.
Okay,
Or your and so this would bring you to prime bonus level 1.
okay.
That's a criteria, and you would get up to $75 US that you would get paid for that. Now, $75 isn't a lot, but guess what? Now your product's paid for. Think of how many people out there that even if, say it was somebody that was a senior, if as soon as they refer 3 people or if they become a business partner
Right.
and they start recommending this to other people, they would have their product for free.
Right.
Okay, so there you go. So there's your 75. So now here, as you've done that, and you know how to do it, and you got to prime bonus level 1, as you're bringing in business partners, one of the beautiful things about Max is the amount of support that you get. So I would work with you and support you and help you and train you to build the business,
Okay.
and you would do the same thing for your team.
Oh,
And what
I see.
and
I
I
see.
love this about
I see.
Max. This is one of the things that really drew me to Max. One was the science, because I
Right.
totally got the science. I know what
Okay.
goes on in our cells. The second thing is that when I met with the individual that shared this with me, they basically looked me in the eye and they said, I want you to know that if you decide to build this business, I will be here for you. And that really resonated with me because I have been involved with other companies that I didn't feel like I had that support, but it is so different with Max because here, one of the unique things that Max has done is that their whole compensation plan, the way that the payout system works is that I don't get paid unless I help you. I have to help you make $1,000 before I get $150.
Okay.
But you do this over and over and over, and you will help your team make $1,000 individually before you get $150, but you keep doing that over and over, and there's your residual. So what happens is it draws a different kind of person. You cannot in Max be greedy or selfish, it won't work. But if you have a heart to make a difference for others, you will not believe when you start meeting people that are in Max, and then the business partners, so warm, so giving, so different from anything else. You'll think like, this is not the corporate world, this is not how what you're used to.
Now, you said there's 8 ways of making money, right?
Yes.
This is number 3.
This is number 3, yes, this
Right.
is prime bonus, and this is the building blocks.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
when you bring in 3 and you have that 500 and you're now helping your team to do the same thing,
Right.
you know how to get to prime bonus level 1, you're gonna teach them to do that.
Do the same thing as I
Okay,
did.
and that was I was talking about
Okay.
giving and paying it forward.
Okay.
Now, by you having 3 individuals that get to prime bonus level 1, you get to prime bonus level 2, and now you see, what does it say there? What do you make at prime
Yeah,
bonus
level
level
2, up to 3. Why is it up to 375? Why not 375?
Because it's a fluctuation, there could be, depending on what the sales are, and it's almost like as if you had shares, it gets split up among the global sales.
Okay.
And it depends on how much there is that's been
Oh, I
sold.
see.
So this, it's
Okay.
almost like.
It's
a-
taken out of the same
Yes,
pot. Okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
it gets to divide it up with everybody.
All right.
Now, as you are doing that with your group of people, and then
Right.
you help them and they help theirs,
Right.
and you get to prime bonus level 3, and so you've got 3 that have 3 that have 3, and it never happens like that, but this is just a mathematical example.
Sure.
Now, if you're at prime bonus level 3, what do you make
Yeah,
there?
up to 1,500. Wow, that's pretty cool.
1,500
That's
US.
USD. Yeah.
US dollars,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So for us in Canada, that's
That's
about
exciting.
2,000. It sure is.
Yeah.
Now, that's just a start. That's one of
That's
the.
one way of making money.
Yes, and this is the building block.
Wow.
So now, think about that. If you had an extra $2,000 a month Canadian,
That's what it'd be.
yeah, what would that make a difference for you?
Oh, yeah.
Can
Absolutely.
you think of other people that would make a difference for them?
Absolutely. Actually, I can think of the difference with the $75 and up to $375. So absolutely.
There
Yes,
you go.
yes.
Okay, and that's the building blocks of our business. And this prime bonus, now when we take it to the next level, another
Right.
way to get paid is this primary team bonus. And one of the things I want to bring to your attention,
Right.
with Max, it's not one instead of the other, it's one in addition to the other. Those 8 ways to get paid is
Wow.
one in addition to the other. So here you are, and here you've got 2 teams that you're building. And as you're building and you've got these 500 volumes that build on each side, you look here on the left side.
Oh, so
five-
these guys are in green are the same guys over here.
Yes, so we're
Oh.
taking these blocks of
Okay.
500 and you're building 2 teams. So
Right.
every one of these green individuals represents $500 worth of business,
Okay.
okay, or 500 PV.
Beautiful.
So here on this left side with 3 at 500, what does that add up to?
If the 500 each, right? So that's
Yep.
1,500. Yes.
Right? And on this side, on this team, you've got 2?
1,000.
Good, awesome, good.
Yeah.
So now,
I didn't become a pilot for no reason.
you're
I can
brilliant.
can
pilot,
do
you're
that
good
already.
and you're good at math. I'm really
So,
happy that you're
yeah,
good at
me too.
math. So that's funny. That's funny. Can you imagine? You don't have to know how to spell, but you got to know how to do math and read all those little dials and everything. So here, you're hilarious. When you look at this binary team bonus, and you got these two teams now, you have these names, and don't worry about what the names are. It says, bronze, silver, gold, and all that. But for example, bronze is having 2,000 on the left and 2,000 on the right. What I want you to focus on, look on the right side of this chart and ask yourself, for Max to even be worth my while to do, how much do you want to make a month? So here at bronze, you would make up to 500, and then silver says up to 1,500, and then as you go through, now you said earlier that for you to have this dream life, that you would be able to live as you wanted to live and do what you wanted to do and leave a legacy, you wanted to make about 10,000 a month.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you look here, this one that's at, and it's interesting that you say that, because a lot of individuals say that they pick that as a number. This one that's squared off here as diamond, it shows that there's an average of about 10,000 a month that's made.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that when you mentioned that.
So there you go. There's your goal,
Yeah.
and then you would want to get to diamond. And the reason that I ask people that is because if somebody comes in and says, I want to get to bronze, or I want to get to gold, or I want to get to diamond. Somebody might even say, I want to get to crown, and we have business partner in.
That's amazing.
We have business partners here in Canada that are making that. This
Wow.
is very real. This is very, very real. And there's individuals that you will meet, and I will introduce them to you. Chris and Tammy are business partners that actually later we're going to call.
Jazz. I can call you Jazz, can I?
Of course you can.
Jazz.
Of course.
Jasmine.
It's all good. It's all good. No.
How long is this going to take me to make the money that I want to make? Do you have any idea?
Well, that's a good question. It really depends on how fast you want to get there. That's your choice. But you know what? Let's call Chris, because this is an excellent question to ask him. Let's call Chris. Chris and Tammy are my business partners that brought Max International into Canada, and they also are taking this globally. They've opened, right now we're in 16 countries, and they've opened it in the Philippines, and they've also opened it in Ghana and Africa. So they've been with the company from the beginning, from the inception, and that would be a perfect question to ask. And I'm going to introduce you to Chris, as I said, and then I'm going to actually have him answer your question.
Okay, great.
And this is another thing I wanted to share with you about the support.
Okay,
Go ahead.
wonderful. And the other thing is, I've just been reading this matching check as I was listening to you.
Yeah, that's all good. You can multitask.
I can do both, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is exciting. I can earn up to 50% on something, so
Yeah.
maybe we can get back to that later on and discuss that.
Yeah, and I'll actually have Chris address that with you too at the same
Great.
time.
Perfect.
So
Oh,
let me call
that's
him,
wonderful.
and that's good. You've already got some questions, so I'm going to call
Right.
Chris,
Right.
and you can ask away. And yeah, it's great. Like I said, they've had great success. They are crown diamonds, as you see there. But there's always here to support us.
Okay.
This is something that I love about this company. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hey, Jess, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being available to take this call. I know that you're really busy, and thank you for always being here for us. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, Jess, it's always a pleasure. You know that.
Excellent. Thank you. So, Chris, I want you to meet Paul. Paul is here with me. He is a pilot that's just about ready to retire, and he's had a great career that he loves. But as Paul and I are talking, one of the things that he wants to do is leave a legacy. His dream is that he's had a comfortable life, but he wants to get to the point where he understands residual income. That's something that he's really picked up on, and he wants to make about $10,000 a month. And I'm actually going to hand the call over to you and Paul. Paul is really sharp, Chris. He's picking this up. I can't believe how fast he's picking up the compensation plan. And as you know, I got the science. I didn't get this business side, but he's really sharp with that. So I'm going to open the call up for you and Paul, and then Paul's going to ask you a couple questions, okay?
Sure. It's a good pleasure. Paul, how are you?
Chris, I'm very well, thank you. Pleasure meeting you on the phone.
Well, certainly is. And again, we want to thank you for taking the time to look at this information. And again, really appreciate the time you're spending here listening to Jasmine. So how can I help?
Well, thank you so much, Chris. Well, first of all, I was just looking at the prime bonus and the binary, and I asked a question to Jasmine in regards to how long would it take me to get to the level that I would like to get, and I did mention 10,000 a year. No, sorry, 10,000 a month, right?
A month, yes.
10,000 a month. So I just want to find out what my timeline is here. Can you give me an idea?
Sure, absolutely. And again, this is a very difficult question, and I can truly appreciate the reason is I'm sure you have bills to pay. Maybe you're dealing with a situation where you're looking to subsidize your income, and you're trying to figure out maybe you want to get out your job you're into, you would like to do this full time, you're considering. I totally understand that. course, we don't know each other, so I don't know exactly, what you've done in the past and so forth. But at the end of the day, Paul, let me tell you what needs to be done for you to reach this mark, and maybe we can focus on the timing after. But I know Jasmine has explained to you the process. Now, when you look at the form, I know that it states to bring 3 people, and that's what the company has documented. But here's what I have done. Instead of limiting to 3, I suggest to people look at 5 to make sure that you always meet the minimum requirements.
That's what you said.
Okay, so in other words, as you know, the 500 CV is the building block that'll get you to that $75, which I'm sure Jasmine talked about. Which, if you duplicate that 3 times, it will go to 375 and eventually 1500. Now, what happens here is the more you duplicate this, what I mean by this is to help someone earn their $75. These are the building blocks that will grow your organization. Let me give you an example. There's a gentleman that I have trained in Africa who has done what my wife and I took 7 years to do. He did it in 3. And what I mean by this is the pinnacle called Crown Diamond. Now, I'm not saying you're going to reach Crown Diamond in 2 years or 3 years. I'm giving you an example of someone who has reached the pinnacle of a company earning some very significant mid-5 digits a month in 3 years, doing exactly what I just explained to you. But the key is that he was able to duplicate the process of building these 500 CD blocks. In other words, to help people earn their $75. And this has went viral with his organization. So what I'm telling you, Paul, here is it could take you 5 years, it could take you 6 months, it could take you 2 years, but we're talking $10,000 a month here. So $10,000 a month, it would be anywhere between 2 years to 10 years to 5 years. But again, it could vary. It's very difficult for me to give you an exact figure because I don't know how many people you'll approach on this a weekly basis or monthly basis. Does that make sense, Paul?
Yeah, it does make sense, and I understand that you're saying it could be anywhere from 6 months to 5, 7, or 8 years, depending on my activities. Correct? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. So the key is really the first stage is for you to earn a reasonable amount of, let's say, $500 a month.
Okay.
Once you're doing this, then we can build on that. And I'm not kidding. It is easier, in my opinion, it is easier to get from $500 a month to $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month. Let me rephrase that. It is easier to get to the $5,000 a month than reaching from $0 to $500 a month. And what I'm saying is because of my experience, at the beginning, people need to orient themselves in the industry, build their beliefs in the industry, on the product, in the company, and so forth. And very often at the beginning, because the belief is not there, the posture is not there, they don't have the same impact that they would have, after 6 months being in a company or after a year being in a company. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense, and it seems if I could just interrupt a little bit, if you don't mind, I just had a second part to that question, but it seems that there's got to be a lot of activity done here and a lot of learning, and there's a lot of numbers here. It makes sense to me to a degree, but how much time do you think I'm going to have to spend on this on a weekly basis to get to those levels? Is there a certain time amount in hours that I have to put into this?
Well, think about this, Paul. How long have you studied before you have a job?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Years.
Okay. Give me a number.
Well, it took me 3 years to get my pilot's license, and then you continue learning after that. You never stop because once you become a pilot, you're actually just beginning.
And how many hours a
This
week?
is all secondary, right? So keep in mind that you have secondary school.
Oh,
you have
secondary,
So-
university, and then the flying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to do is bring into perspective what we're presenting to you compared to what you have to do to get the income that you have today at your work, at your job. You see what I'm getting at?
Okay.
What we're doing here is you follow the basic principles that we're going to share with you. It may seem a little overwhelming when you look at this for the first time.
Right.
But let me tell you, the math is basically a 12-year-old math, knowledge base. It's not all that complicated. It's just to understand the process. And once you do, it's just a repetitive, duplicating process. And that's where the success occurs. So we're talking,
Yeah, no, it does make sense, and I appreciate your comments.
Yeah, so there will be some learning curve there, but I'm telling you that it's a very short lifespan compared to what we do traditionally. That's always my point.
Yeah, I understand completely. Yep, thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. And
Oh, I had another question for you, Chris.
Yeah, sure, by all means. Paul.
Yeah, I was looking at this, and we got through the first few ways of making money, and Jasmine did a great job on that. And but the one thing that caught my attention, I looked down in the bottom right-hand corner, and I saw earn up to 50% of something, and I don't know what that all means, but it's exciting just learning up to 50% of something. Hopefully, it's something and not a zero. But can you explain that for me, please?
Well, you know, Paul, at this point, I'm not going to get into too many details because you can earn quite a bit of substantial income even before understanding this. But
Right.
let me kind of give you an example, analogy, so you can get a feel for what this is. I'm sure you understand the concept of franchising.
You mean buying a coffee shop or a McDonald's and making money on that? Is that what you mean?
Well, the franchising concept, right?
Yes, I get it. Yeah. No, I get.
Someone owns
Yep.
a McDonald's.
Yep.
Owns 5 McDonald's, right?
Yep, got it.
So there's a certain percentage. You're not going to be working on 5 McDonald's. You're going to be leveraging all the work and out of the businesses that are actually selling the food and so forth.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So it's kind of this concept where what you're looking up to 50%. So in other words, if you have 10 McDonald's out there, just to give you an example,
Right.
or that would be converted to maybe having 10 associates building their businesses.
I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
So out of those 10 McDonald's, whatever percentage that they've earned, right, you would earn that, and this will come into different source of income for you. Well, in this business, in our business, what Justin is sharing with you, what this means is that you have 5 people, even 10 people to build their businesses. Whatever they earn in their binary portion, you have up to 50% the company will send to you. They don't owe you anything. It's a company that sends what we call a matching check. Does that help a little bit?
That makes sense, and I was thinking that again, the person that was giving me the money for it, but it comes from the company. I get that now. Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
awesome.
Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate the explanation and the clarity. Thank you.
No, it's a real pleasure, Father. I'm glad we're able to help.
Thank you so much.
And do you have any other questions, Paul? You're good.
I will have many questions, but right now I think I'm okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris, for being available, and really appreciate you taking the time to answer Paul's questions. Thank you so much.
It was a real pleasure. Talk to you soon, John. Take care, Paul.
Thank you, Chris. Talk to you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, bye now. Yeah, isn't it great? I mean, can you imagine that you start a business and you've got that kind of support?
So he works for you. Oh, or works with you, sorry.
There you go. That's you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's so funny because I know Chris and his wife Tammy go like, just use me and abuse me. That's
Yeah,
how they say.
yeah.
But basically, they do. We're. It's like a family tree.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm part of his team,
Okay.
and of course, him and his wife Chris and Tammy are the #1 income earners in Canada. But look, they could at this point be sitting on the beach doing nothing.
Right.
They could relax. I don't mean doing it, but
no, I
relaxing.
know what you mean.
Their life
Yeah.
is their choice, and they choose to be here and support and build the Canadian, the American, the Filipino team, the African team. They've gone to Australia, they've gone to South America.
Wow.
And that's because they really want that what they've achieved, they want other people to have that
That's
same
commendable.
success. It is. It is. Like I'm telling you, there's a very different personality and character of individuals and people that come into Max.
You don't get that in the flying game. I can tell you that right now.
Nah, but not in dentistry either.
No,
not in the
probably
corporate
not.
world
Probably
either.
not,
So
yeah.
anyway, awesome.
Great.
I can't get over how fast you caught on to all this business side of it. That's excellent. You
Well,
really are.
you're a good teacher, and Chris was wonderful
Thank you,
too. So.
thank you. And let's just wrap up. I'm just going to now bring your attention to this part. We're going to close the brochure in.
Okay.
And just to let you know, when you asked earlier about the different products, I showed you some through the trial pack there. But we have Celgevity, which is the one that heals your cells, that repairs them. Then we have the vitamin line that we talked about, the vitamins and minerals. Then
Okay.
we have the energy pack. This is a weight loss system. I didn't even really get into that. You obviously don't need it. You're quite fit. But this is a huge market that's available out there. We have, again, science that is, we understand what goes on in our body, and they've actually figured out how to correct what's not working with our metabolism.
Wow.
So there's capsules that people take, and then there's fiber and protein bars. There are individuals that I know personally that have lost 20 pounds, 50 pounds, over 100 pounds. And what's so great about Max product line with the weight loss system is that when you lose it, you keep it off. It's not those yo-yo diets that are out there in the market.
I
So
know
you
a few people that would love to have this product.
Yeah,
I can tell
it's
you
brilliant. It's brilliant, and
Yeah.
again, we can get more into that,
Yeah.
and I'll support you as you have individuals that
Okay.
are interested to find out more. Max 357 is our new product line that's just been launched a few months ago,
Okay.
and we know these are the omegas. We know that the number one cause of death in North America for decades has been heart disease. We're short on certain omegas. They now have a way, again, it's pristine, it's caught from organic fish that are up in Norwegian waters, and now we have a way to raise glutathione with all our products that have ribosine, that compound that I talked about,
Okay.
and that technology, and now we have 357 that actually helps with heart health, it helps with memory, it helps with digestion, but it's, again, very, very pristine science behind our products. Like I said, that's why I was drawn into it. From there, I saw the business like you did.
Wow, so the orange box is a, did you say vitamin? Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
this is actually it. This is the
Oh,
package.
that's the one you, okay.
And you mix this with water.
Okay.
And I'll go
Okay.
over with you how to use them, and the instructions and the ingredients are here. All our products, just so that you know, organic, vegan, and non-GMO.
Okay.
Again, stellar.
So not to waste your time, but where would I find more information on the products? Just in
We
case
can
I-
go to the website, it's max.com.
Okay.
And we can
Okay.
you can go to the website and you can explore it. If there's something specific that you want to know, I'll direct you and I'll send you a link for that. So basically, seeing what you've seen, knowing the product line, knowing the support that's out there, seeing the financial potential, from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, where are you at with thinking, you know what, this is something that I want to do. This is a business venture that I want to take on. Are you ready?
You got me at welcome, Paul. That's when you got me. I mean, this is amazing. But I'm a little concerned about what product I should start off with. I mean, we can discuss that, I guess.
Yeah.
But they all look unbelievable and something that a person needs.
Okay, so we'll go through when we fill out the application, we'll pick two. I would recommend for everybody, if they start off with one product, would be Celgevity, and then the second one we'll figure out based on your needs, and I'll talk a little bit more
Okay.
about what you might need on a daily basis based on your lifestyle and what's missing. So we'll figure out the two products.
So I think you're going to ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see
Yeah.
me? Probably at the 10. I mean, I could say 8, but no, this is very interesting.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm going to need some guidance, obviously, and some support, and you're obviously a great person to do that, from what I
Thank you.
understand.
Thank you.
And I'm excited. I look
Awesome.
forward to it.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to give you the application form to fill out, but I want you to know that what I'm looking for, because I'm doing this is my focus. This is my main source of
Okay.
income. I don't do dental hygiene very much anymore.
Okay.
And I want you to know that what I'm looking for in business partners are people that are reliable, people that have integrity, people that have a passion to make a difference for others, and a passion to better their life. If you're that kind of person, which I can already get a sense that you are, you really want to make a difference, that you've been here, and as you said, leave a legacy. But I promise you that if you do your part to have your business grow and flourish and have this dream life, like really imagine, what would my life be like if I could have those dreams that you thought about when you were 20? Focus on that. Take the coaching, do what needs to be done, as you and Chris talked about. Look how long you did your schooling. But take that little bit of coaching that you get from here and apply that to your Max business. I promise you, I will be here for you. I will support you, and you will have all your dreams come true. Really and truly. And I'm really excited to see where this can go for you.
So let me ask you a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think I am?
Where do I see you? I totally see you as a 10. You're sharp. You're really sharp
with
to
you.
pick this
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to fill out the application, and then I'm going to have a little sheet that we're actually going to start and have you fill out who are some individuals that you want to share this with. Individuals that you think that would benefit from having improved health.
Oh, you mean name them?
Actually name them. I want you to start thinking about people, and also people, as we talked about, who do you know that's entrepreneurial? Who do you know that wants to get ahead? Who do you know that you want to share this with, that you can make a difference for them to have peace of mind and financial freedom?
My
That's what
goodness.
it's all about.
You're going to need 2 pens. Oh, you got 2 pens.
Okay,
That's
we got
good.
2 pens. Okay,
Okay.
let's go. So
All
here
right.
you go. I'll give you this.
All right.
And welcome. You know what? I am so excited to have you working with us. I'm so
Thank you so
excited.
much.
Yeah, it's going to be a great endeavor,
I'm looking
and
forward
you
to
will
it.
never look back. I've never looked back. I've been now with Max for almost 8 years. It's the best decision I've ever made in my life. I love it.
I'm excited. Looking forward
Oh,
to it.
so great.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you, Paul. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that you were coming on board.
Excellent.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
So that concludes our presentation for the one-on-one. It really is being yourself, listening to what the other person has to say, answering their concerns and really having them see the future. Really, like, what's their vision, what's their dream, and how do we make this happen? How can Max fill in exactly what it is that they want out of their life?
Absolutely.
So yes, and now from here, this concludes this part of the presentation. So Paul is going to fill out the associate application because, as you heard, he's ready to go. And then the next training that we're going to do is we have a tear-off pad. We have a new training tool that we're actually going to show you how Paul will get started. How do we get Paul started powerfully, that now he knows he wants to build this business, and here's the first step to get you going, get you running out of, the gate, and really have a great start. And we're going to do this next training to show you how do we implement that.
Absolutely. This will be the ABCs of getting the person started correctly, the new associate.
Absolutely.
So it should be fantastic.
So exciting. Okay, let's go. All
right.
right, here we go. Diamondville.